That out, Birdsworth.
Do you want another hand?
Yeah, it's your deal.
Okay.
Anything good on?
See for yourself.
We could listen to the races. 3 at Pakenham sounds a beaut. Still, if you'd rather watch the Three Stooges. It's good odds. But I suppose you broke.
Lay off, Gaffney.
Lost it all, did you?
I said lay off, Gaffney.
Loser.
Don't you speak to me
Stop
like
that,
that, you
loser! Yeah, that's enough, White! Get off her! You're coming with me.
To the governor's office, perhaps?
Did you hear that? They
Just
set
shut
me
up.
I've been
Get moving.
Shut up!
Mrs. Jackson.
Oh, hello, Kevin. Any news?
Yes, you could say that. The cops have just told me they're not going to prosecute Talbot.
It's just a pity there wasn't more evidence.
Yeah, it was lack of evidence, was it? Yeah, well, I tried to find out what was going on, but they wouldn't say why.
Well,
Look, could I see Doreen, please? I mean, there may be something she's forgotten to say.
Oh, I'm sure she's told the police everything she could.
No, I should have been there. You know, she's probably so frightened she'd forget everything. Can I see her, please, just for a minute?
Well, I suppose it'll be all right. Why don't you wait here and I'll go and get her?
Thanks.
You all right?
Sure. Just wasn't expect the Incredible Hulk, was I?
Yeah, shame about that. Still, it wasn't a good cause.
It better be. If White doesn't get put in a pound this time, I'll make sure she gets it my way.
Don't worry, you won't have to lift a finger. Vera saw what happened. She'll tell Davo. Hey, Jude, I reckon you'll have your cell to yourself for a while.
Suits me.
Doreen?
It's Kevin, isn't it?
That's right. Go on, love. You get out there and you talk about having that abortion.
You know that kid's fallen to pieces? I don't think Kevin's going to be any help at all.
Yeah, well, maybe it doesn't look like it. They've got to talk turkey sooner or later. And now Doreen can't lay that rape charge. Well, they've got to talk about the baby and their future.
That's right.
I still don't like it.
Yeah, well, nor do I. But they're the only ones who can sort it out.
White and Gaffney were talking quietly together when suddenly White threw Gaffney to the floor. If I hadn't been there, she could have killed her.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. White?
What Miss Bennett says is true.
Well, at least you're not denying it. Do you have any excuse for your action?
No excuse. But I do have an explanation.
Then I would like to hear it.
I saw Dr. Wiseman yesterday, and he thinks he can help me with my problem. So rather than staying in my cell listening to the races, I thought I'd be much better off in the recreation room.
So you would not be reminded of the gambling?
Yes. I was sitting watching television when Margot Gaffney started taunting me about my habit.
And that's when you attacked her?
Yes, I played right into her hands.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you must know the women don't like me. They've been needling me ever since I arrived. The best way to get at me is through the system. Provoke me into lashing out, and then they know I'll be put into solitary.
Which is no more than you deserve.
I know that. All I'm saying is I was set up.
Quite. But as long as you respond to their taunting, they will continue to provoke you.
Yes, I know.
And how do you propose to cope with that? Hit another inmate?
Well, now I know how they work, I think I can handle them.
Good. However, for your own safety, I would suggest that you spend as little time with the other women as possible.
You mean solitary?
No. I am prepared to give you another chance.
But she attacked Gaffney. She deserves
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. I appreciate that chance.
I hope so. Take her to her cell, Miss Bennett.
Come and sit down. You've got to look after yourself, you know. Now, look, Dor, I don't want to hassle you, but I've just been talking to the cops, and they say they're not going to lay any charges against Talbot. Why? I mean, there must have been something you could have told them.
Well, there wasn't enough evidence.
That's right, Kevin. It would be practically impossible to press charges.
OK. All right, so there isn't enough evidence. Well, I'm going to give Talbot something to go on with.
What do you mean?
Look, I'm going down to the factory just to let him know that I know, you know. Even if they can't press charges, I'm going to make sure his name's dirt.
Don't, Kevin, please.
Why, don't you want to see him get what's coming to him?
Look, can't we just drop it? We can't do anything now.
No, Dora, unless you can give me a good reason, I'm going down to the factory.
Well, there is a good reason. Well, you know, I said that I was raped. Well, I was the first time.
The first time?
It happened again.
You mean to say he raped you twice? Why didn't you tell the cops?
Because he'd say that he didn't have to force me the second time. See, the second time, I let him do it.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.